Sanchin Dachi is the most utilized stance in Goju Ryu Karate and forms the foundation upon which all the standards of Sanchin Kata rely. Grounding, breathing, posture and alignment, and the chain of engagement. The shape and dimensions of our body determine several key details of Sanchin Dachi, particularly in relation to the frontal plane and the sagittal plane's alignment along the body center. The feet are shoulder width apart. The back toe and front heel are in line. The edge of the back foot is perpendicular to the frontal plane. The front foot is slightly turned inward, towards the center of the body. The stance is grounded by first collapsing the arches of the feet, then applying outward rotation without moving the feet. Imagine they're being screwed to the ground. Applying this rotation pushes the knees outward until they align with the feet. If the knees fall inwards, the entire stance weakens. The knees remain bent, keeping the stance flexible and engaged. The placement and grounding of the feet, combined with the outward rotation, encourages an upward torque through the legs, connecting to the glutes, pelvic floor, and tendon, setting a solid foundation for the torso. Squats have some similarities with Sanchin Dachi, requiring both feet to be solidly grounded and torqued outward to keep the knees aligned with the feet, preventing the knees from caving inwards during the ascent. The ball of the foot moves lightly across the floor in an inward arc that does not cross the center line. The supporting leg becomes loaded during the transition, allowing the moving leg to glide smoothly to the next step. Unavoidably, the center line shifts towards the supporting leg and then back during the next step. This offset should be kept to a minimum. Often during transitions, the standards of posture and alignment are lost, and the body moves out of control. Like farmer walks, this is avoided by grounding the supporting leg, which sets an anchor point for the chain of engagement to maintain posture and alignment while moving. Keep in mind, there are several ways to move in Sanchin Dachi. This description is specific to Sanchin Kata. Every action causes a reaction. The act of executing a strike or block generates recoil forces, whether or not contact is made. Like when swinging a kettlebell, anchoring the chain of engagement before completing the technique allows for greater power transfer while reinforcing the entire body by transferring force to a solid point. Imagine if the feet were not anchored. Less power would be transferred, the body would move out of alignment, and balance would be compromised, making recovery and the execution of subsequent techniques difficult. Sanchin Dachi, though simple in appearance, must first be practiced using a progressive framework to build the stance's foundation. Once set, this cornerstone stance allows for greater freedom to explore and discover the depths of Sanchin Kata, laying a significant stepping stone along the path to pursue karate.